Welcome once again back to the lab. It is your old Professor Pilk, and we need to have a discussion about this right here. Now, on the surface, it doesn't look like anything really all that great. It's okay. It's Mewtwo's birthday. February 6th is Mewtwo's birthday officially. Once again, he's a genetically engineered legendary Pokemon, so it does make sense he has a birthday like people. Um, and on the cusp of this, it really doesn't seem like a massive deal. However, look at specifically what it says here. Get ready, trainers. Now, to kind of preface this, there's kind of two ways you can look at this. Number one, end of the month, February 27th, is Pokemon Day, and we already know that the Black and White remakes are most likely going to be announced at that point, as well as a few other things. Now, what does this actually mean? And I'll tell you what I think this means. Not only is this, okay, Mewtwo's birthday, whatever, Pokemon Day's coming up, yeah. You got to remember, we don't have a Switch version of Red or Blue, or even Green or Yellow for that matter. And the version that's on the 3DS or 2DS or whatever, like the version I bought last year, that one is good for now, but come, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, I think the end of March actually will be the sunset date for Pokemon Bank. So anything you have, and actually I've got a few things over there that we're going to cover on the channel, anything you have in those games that you need to bring over, now's the time. You're running out of time very quickly to get that stuff over to Pokemon Home. So anything you have that is in Bank, unless I'm mistaken, I believe the sunset date is, in fact, I'd have to look this up, but I believe the sunset date for Pokemon Bank is March the 23rd, I think. Let's see if we can find out here real quick. So, yeah, shutting of service April of 2024. So we do have time, but it is a limited amount of time. Here's the deal, guys. With that shutting down, that means there is no longer any way to get any of the Game Boy original games, or original Mon, over to Pokemon Home. Now, for me personally, that hasn't been a big deal. Anything that I have, I've brought over. In fact, if you see my video on the shiny glitch, and we'll cover that again coming up here soon, because closer to the end date of all of this, that's what a lot of people are going to be panicking and trying to get these Mon over. I'm going to have all 151 completely shiny, ready to go, using the shiny glitch, and we're going to be covering that once again here on the channel. In fact, we might do a live stream of acquiring all of those. So that is going to be super fun. But there's a shiny glitch in Gen 2, which we haven't even covered, and we can do all of that as well. So all the Gen 1, Gen 2 Mon, I intend to bring over full shiny before the sunset date of Pokemon Bank. Plus, we've got the Alolan forms and all that, and when I bought my my 3DS, almost called a Switch. When I brought my 3DS, I actually bought it with a number of the shiny legendaries that were GameStop event units. So all of those we are going to be transferring over, and we're going to be covering that here on the channel, which is going to be super fun, super cool. However, once that sunsets, there is no way to get Pokemon from the DS, from the 3DS, from, the original Game Boy. There will be no way to get any of those Pokemon into Pokemon Home. This is literally the last moment. Well, April is. So now is the time to start thinking about that. However, it is also well known that the data miners have located the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue inside of the Game Boy emulator in the Switch. It's just currently turned off or locked or whatever that happens to be the case. But it is there. And it is, for all intents and purposes, from what I understand, the exact same virtual console version that is actually on the 3DS. I don't believe they fixed any of the glitches or anything like that, and we wouldn't really want them to, because that's, the endearing part of the original games. So, this means, most likely, that on February 27th, they are going to announce Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, maybe even Yellow, maybe even a version of Green that we can play on the Game Boy console in the Nintendo Switch console itself. At least that's my speculation. That's the way I'm reading this. That's where my takeaway on this. So for those of you that don't have a 3DS, don't have a Pokemon Bank or whatever, it won't matter. Pokemon Bank was something that I was searching for and desperately seeking and finally found, and it was so great. And I spent gobs of money to get this thing, and literally a month later, they were like, by the way, sunset date's like 8 months down the road, and it's like, oh, great. But I still have this device. It's really, really cool. I'm not mad about it at all. And with the amount of content we've been able to make off of this, totally worthwhile. But that does mean that for those people that don't have that ability, because let's face it, not a lot of people downloaded Pokemon Bank before the sunset date. People have lost their Switches, or people have lost their 3DSs, things like that. Things have happened over time that this is no longer as prevalent of a situation. So this is just giving more people an opportunity to go ahead and take advantage of that. And trust me, once this happens, and I can 90% feel like this is what they're alluding to here, we will be covering that on the channel. I'll be showing you guys how. We'll see if we can do the 8F glitch. We'll see if we can do all that stuff. We will cover all of that right here. And basically, it's going to give a whole world of new possibilities to players that never even had the option before. So this is going to be super awesome. That is what I think, though. I think this is Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue coming to the GBA player, the Game Boy player. I think it's just the regular Game Boy player inside of the Switch Virtual Console. So there you guys go. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below as always. Do you think it's something else? Am I overthinking it? But Pokemon Day's coming up, so we'll see. Like, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.